Hey guys, it's Diane. If you want to know how to make this cool rainbow drip eye look, then keep on watching. Alright, so first we're going to be using this moisturizer called Protini Polypeptide Cream, and it's by Drunk Elephant. I got this as a sample size, but from what I got about it, I like it because it leaves my skin very moisturized and refreshed. Just rub in little circles. And my nose area gets really dry, so I low-key just put a little bit more up there and on my blemishes through my eyebrows to moisturize that skin, around my nose and my mouth, because this fall has my skin so dry. But anyway, yeah, just moisturize the fuck out of everything. And then next we're gonna be going in with our Milk Kush lip balm to moisturize the lips so they ain't chapped. I'm gonna be doing my brows and making them look more on fleek. So I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown, because that's my shade. And then I'm gonna be using their angled liner brush with a little spoolie in the back. So now that we have the brows done, we're gonna start this eye look. So first I'm gonna need to cut out my eyes to create a canvas for my painting. So even though the design's gonna go down here, I still need to make this part look nice and pretty. I'm gonna be using Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Café con Leche, and then I'm gonna be using this little brush I have. It's like a flat brush to be able to get nice and right along the eyebrow. I like to start from the very front. I don't put a lot of product on the brush as it is. I'd rather be able to add more than to have too much and have to take it off. So then I go into the arch and I drag it down. And then I like to blend down with the brush after I line it, just because I don't want to push it up into the brow if I blend horizontally. So I like to bring it down to cover my eyelid, because I have these like veins that show through any light eyeshadow. Now that I've gone in with both of the underlining of the brows, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 5 Ivory to lighten up the top. I'm a huge fan of using my finger when I'm doing my makeup. I probably wouldn't do it on a client or anything, but I do it to myself because your finger is just a very helpful tool. Now that we have that blended, we're gonna cover it with some eyeshadow so we can set it, because we're not going to be doing any looks. Usually if I was to put colored eyeshadows on top of my lid, I would put the concealer and then the colors so the pigment sticks a little bit better. But since all the artwork's going to be done underneath the eyes, we're pretty much done with the eyelids. I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and I'm going to be using a nude color from the palette Prodigy by Suva, and we're going to do this color. We're just gonna blend this all over the eyelid. After we're done with that, we're gonna go in with this eyeliner by Beauty For Real, and we're going to make a cat eye. I've made a line from the corner of my eye to the very end. I want this wing to be kind of big, because if I do it too small, there won't be enough room for the design underneath to look good. So I'm gonna bring that in and then just connect it to that previous line I made, and just color in the inside and right here by my lash line. And we got a pretty sharp eye. And then we're just gonna do that to the other eye. Next, I wet my beauty blender, not my beauty blender, but my makeup sponge, and I'm gonna be going in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer again, and I'm just going to be doing under my eyes and probably the T-zone of my face. And since I don't have that bad of skin at the moment, I can low-key get away with just putting on concealer. So let's go. So I'm going to go in. It looks so white, but I am low-key white, so just gonna do little triangles. I'm probably adding a little too much product, but you know what, it doesn't matter. I've never used this before, So I don't know how it's gonna turn out. This is the first time I'm using it. And so I'm just gonna blend. Making sure not to get too close to your wing, because I don't know about you guys, but when my makeup, my concealer, foundation, whatever, mixes with my wings, it just smears them, and then there's nothing really I can do about black smudge foundation and a smudged wing, so then I have to go and redo it. And then I'm gonna go in on the worst parts, like my acne up here and right here and right here and right here, and go in with my thicker Nars concealer. I'm going to take my e.l.f. translucent powder and basically set all the areas around the artwork, probably my nose, my T-zone, and my cheeks if I got any concealer on there, and my chin. I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush just to dust off all the excess off of my face. Well, I'm gonna start by using this eyeliner to just sketch out my little, it's not super pigmented like to the touch, so I'm just gonna sketch out how everything's gonna look, so that way when I get it on my face I just fill it in and then detail work it. So the first eye is messily sketched, so now we're gonna go in and do the other eye. So next step, I'm going to be using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to be taking this lovely little red shade with this little brush and filling in about to this second drop. So we're going to fill that in real quick. For the best application of color when you're doing bright looks like this, I feel like brushing it low-key takes the color off, so I like to go in and dab the color wherever it's supposed to go. So as you can see, you can kind of see that black on the inside of this red teardrop. So I'm just going to take some concealer a little bit on a smaller flat brush, and I'm just going to pat it right there at the ends of both of the globs, just to increase the vibrance and hide that black line that's right there. Then I'm gonna go in and tap it to make sure it's dry, because if I apply color over this, then the concealer is gonna get all over my brush, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so I finished packing it on top, and you can go however vibrant you want, but I choose to go very vibrant just because I like to see the vibrancy of the colors. But if you want to do a subtle teary look, then you can, but you can basically do whatever you want. So the next shade I'm gonna be going in with is going to be this orange shade right here, and I'm gonna be taking another little fluffy brush, not a little fluffy brush, just this little angled brush, and I'm gonna apply that color. And with every color, no matter the brush, I try to stipple it so that way I can get a, you know, deeper color. So we have an orange. Don't worry if it's coming out of your makeup or your drawn lines, because you're going to be cleaning it up after anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, just try to stay in line so it's less cleanup, but if you do fuck up, it's okay. Next color we're gonna go in with is this awesome yellow shade on an angled brush. I feel like angled brushes and little brushes are just easier for this application because you can just tap it on the inside and make less of a mess. And these colors on this palette are so vibrant that, you know, you just pack it on a couple times and you're good. I went back and put some white where I wanted some more vibrance. So then we have this eye done. On to the next. So the next color I'm going to be applying is this vibrant green color. I'm going to go in and apply a little bit of concealer to these drips. What I'm doing is just taking the end of the brush and wiping it on the neck of the bottle so that way I get like minimal product because I don't want a lot on here. And I just use it kind of like a dotting tool, and then I just kind of blend it up and touch and mattify it with my fingers. Now that we got the green done, we're gonna go in with this blue and another little brush. Just gonna continue blending it up into the eye and blending the colors together, because if you leave them like straight, it doesn't really look as good. Next, we're gonna be going in with this purple right here. Pack it onto the last little section and blend it a little bit into the blue, just so that way the blue doesn't have that big of a space. Actually, I think I'm going to go in with this and change this one to purple, just because it does feel a little imbalanced. Again, you can kind of work on it and do as many drips as you want, do whatever color scheme you want. Alright, so now that we have it all kind of blended together, we're going to go back and do the detail work. For the detail work, I'm going to take some of the concealer and put it on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to take this mini flat brush. It's super tiny so I can get in the middle of the details. And then I'm just going to clean it up, kind of like using an eraser, but I'm also being careful not to mix it too much with the color because then it will bleed into it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to detail the rest of my eyes, and I'll be back. And if any case you accidentally erase some of the image, you can just go back with whatever color brush you used and fill it back in. Alright, so now that we have all the detail work done, we're going to go and outline it with some eyeliner, but I'm not going to use the same eyeliner I used because it's not that pigmented. Instead, I'm going to go with this liquid eyeliner from LA Colors because it has a longer tip and it's easier to just like paint around it. So with that being said, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to paint around and add little details. If you accidentally get some out here with this eyeliner specifically, you can just wait till it dries and then just use a spoolie to kind of scratch it off, so that way you don't have to use a makeup wipe and then ruin the skin underneath. Now that we're done with this side, we're gonna move on to this side. So now kind of just get a spoolie, then scratch against the edge wherever I don't want it because it's basically dry, so I'm just kind of like peeling it off. And then I'm just gonna go back in and fix that line. And if you're dumb and impatient like me and you don't wait to scratch before, when you go to blend it, it'll blacken it. So I'm just going back in and lightening the color that I put under there because, you know, just fix and go, fix and go. Now that I'm finished with the drips, you can do this, it's optional, but I'm going to take this white eyeliner by NYX and just add some definition along the bottom to make it look more pop art. Now that we have the details done, we're gonna pop on some lashes. For lashes, I'm gonna be using the Salon Perfect Wispies and the Duo Black Glue. I prefer the black. Since these lashes are pretty thin, I stacked them and now I'm just waiting for them to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. Sometimes I do it before, I just kind of forgot to today. But I'm gonna use it to brush together the natural lashes and then the fake lashes. And to finish the eyes off, I'm gonna take Trophy Wife from Fenty Beauty, and I'm just gonna apply it with my finger on the inner corner, probably just once or twice, just to give it some shine and some sparkle. And I'm also gonna lightly apply it right underneath my brow bone, just to add some. And to finish off the look, I'm gonna apply this Morphe lipstick in Schoolgirl. That was it for the video. If you liked it, please make sure to subscribe and comment any new looks that you want to see or any products that you use. Catch you in the next video.